Hello everyone. So we are going to start the extra questions of chapter 15, that is windstorms and cyclones. So the first question is, write note on the following. The first is eye of the cyclone. What is the eye of the cyclone? It is the center of the cyclone where a whole जो air है उसका mass है जो it rotates. That is the center. It is a low pressure area, and comparatively at the other zones of the cyclone, the eye of the cyclone is the calmest one, and the wind blows gently in this area. Next comes tornado. What is tornado? It is the violent spinning storm which have a funnel shape with having a low pressure area in between, and it sucks everything which comes into its path. Next is the what is the wind? It is simply the air currents which blow due to the pressure difference. We know that whenever the area on the earth gets heated up much more as compared to the other areas, it starts rising up and creates a low pressure region, and the air from the high pressure region start moving towards the low pressure region and causes the winds to blow, and this air current that moves is said to be wind. Next is, what are the factors that affect the atmospheric pressure? Atmospheric pressure को कौन कौन से factors हैं वो affect करते हैं? One is the wind speed, and the more the wind speed at a particular place, lesser will be the pressure at that area, and the temperature also. More the temperature there is, the lower the pressure there will be. And though this is it. For these we have done experiments, also activities also. So that is a new discovering book, you can see, check it from there also. Next is, give at least 3 examples from your daily life in sport of air pressure. Air pressure, where we deal with the air pressure in our daily life. One is that if you might have seen the ink pen, the ink dropper is there, so when we press that, like this is, let me show you. This is an ink dropper, and this is a plastic knob that when we press it, it creates low pressure inside as it blows away all the air, and due to which when we release it, it sucks the ink inside it. So here also in airplanes, airplanes are having the fans over the wings which blow the air backward and creating a low pressure region behind the plane, and it helps the plane to take off very easily. Even the vacuum cleaner, it creates low pressure inside and sucks everything inside it. Even the medical syringe, that is injection syringe होती है, it also works on the same principle of lower pressure inside. When we use that syringe, तो क्या होता है, the cylindrical syringe creates a low pressure region inside and causes the liquid to get sucked inside, even if when we are drinking the soft drink with the straw, right? So in that case also, we suck the air inside our mouth, which creates a low pressure inside the pipe straw, and thus the liquid enters in the pipe in the straw and reaches our mouth. Next is, how are the wind currents generated during uneven heating of earth? जब uneven heating होती है earth की, how they are generated? We know that due to the uneven heating, the land gets heated up unevenly and thus creates low pressure and high pressure region at different places, due to which the warm air above the low pressure region rises up and creates a totally low pressure region, and the air from the high pressure region starts blowing towards it, and it creates the winds to blow. Next is, under what conditions does thunderstorm current convert into cyclone? We know that thunderstorm is accompanied by the rain along with the lightning and thunder, right? So it converts into cyclone if the conditions get worsen. उससे भी ज़्यादा बुरे हालात हो जाएं तो it may also convert into cyclones. When the speed of the storm is very much high, then it can convert into cyclone also. Next is, how does the advancement in science and technology helping in combat cyclone. So how we can track the cyclone by using the satellites? It is okay, the modern technology. It is all based upon the communication and weather satellites. So they help us to predict the day on which the cyclone will hit the seashore. So approximately about 48 hours before its arrival, the warning is given to the people near the seashores, and so that they can run away to the safer places. Next is what are the trade winds? This also we have done in the physics chapter, heat and temperature. That trade winds are the winds which blow from the poles towards the equator, right? So it is due to because the equator gets heated up very easily as compared to the poles, and the air above the equator rises up being warmer and creates a low pressure region over the land at equator, due to which the wind from the poles starts blowing towards the equator. These winds which blow from poles towards the equator are said to be trade winds. Next is how is thunderstorms formed? Thunderstorm is a weather condition characterized by the strong winds, rain and thunder and lightning. So it is composed of millions of droplets which are suspended in the air, producing lightning rainfall. So the thunderstorm forms when instability in the atmospheric and atmosphere causes formation of large cloud. When there is a lot of change in the atmosphere, it forms a lot of dark black clouds, and those they help in formation of the thunderstorm when they combine together with each other at a greater heights. That causes the thunderstorm. It is simply combination of the dark clouds, large cloud together with each other, that causes the thunderstorm to occur. Next is choose the place that is least prone to the cyclones. That is Germany. From these options, it is Germany because it is not in the hot tropical regions. Because cyclones are more prone to the areas where the areas near the equator. Next is Chennai, Kolkata, Paradeep, and Chandigarh. So cyclone hits only near the coastal areas which are near the ocean or seas. So, but Chandigarh is not situated at the coastline, so this is the least prone among these. Next is why is cyclone considered to be natural disaster? Because cyclone causes loss to life and and property, right? So that is why we call it as a natural disaster. Next is the give reason for the following. In the wind vane, the arrow of the head, why always point towards the direction in which wind is blowing? तो उसका reason is that wind vane के case में it is having two parts, like this is the arrow वाला part and this is the other part. तो what happens when the wind starts blowing? It hits this part, जो ये वाला part है इस पे लगता है, and it gets bent towards the direction in which the wind is blowing. तो arrow is always pointing towards the wind. Next is it is advised to carry oxygen cylinders during mountaineering. Why it is advised? Just because as we go above in the height, so what happens, air above us gets lessened, due to which the pressure decreases. Due to that, oxygen amount also decreases. So that is why. Next is in summer, the tire of bicycle should not be overfilled with air. We should not fill the tires of the bicycle to its maximum limit, because what happens during summer, the air inside the tires gets expanded. We know that gases expand on heating, so it gets expand, and it applies forces on the walls of the tire tube, and it may also lead to exploding of tire. Next is it is not advised to take shelter under isolated tree during the thunderstorm. So the chances, why should not we stand under the shelter during the thunderstorms? Because it is lightning and the trees are more prone to the lightning. The lightning may fall on the trees, so that is why we should not stand under the trees. Next is summer monsoons bring rain to the Indian continent. Give reasons. So this question is something related with the is that we have already discussed in the practice zones. That is, what do you understand by monsoon, summer monsoon? Exactly the same answer it is. So this you can do from here. So these are the checkpoint extra questions of this chapter. I hope these are clear to you. So bye bye.